Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And we are back for another vlog today. I'm not gonna make it as long as the one yesterday, unless I get really excited about talking about what I'm talking about. But I just finished doing this review of the firecracker drink over at Starbucks on my review channel, Peter Reviews Stuff. I told this whole story about something to do with high school. It is so hot in this car, oh my God. It is 82 degrees outside, but it feels warmer. That blue Jeep Wrangler up there, it's like this bright teal blue, and it has these big kissy lips on the back of the tire. Big kissy lips, I don't even understand why. But anyway, I also got a coffee, so cheers. Cheers to books and things. And my allergies are driving me crazy today. Okay, let's get, do you ever like do things and like, you like do them like this, where you're trying to like move your hand down and you have to do it very carefully, and it's like, you always do it right, but just imagine if you didn't. Just imagine if you spilled the coffee all over the car. Damn it, Janet. All right, so we're back for another book vlog. Hi, how are you doing today? I'm going to the bank. I have to go to a different bank because the bank that I usually go to, I don't like to go inside, and it doesn't have a drive-through. I don't know why, okay? They got rid of the drive-through. It makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. So you have to go in, and being that, like, I basically live in sweatshorts and a t-shirt at this point, I'm not going in. So anyway, here, I want to show you this. Do you guys see this? This is the color of the Jeep, okay? Now, I want to show you guys the kissy lips on the back if she pulls in front of me. Okay, she's pulling in front of me. Here we go. Are you ready? You are not ready for the kissy lips. What? I'm so confused. Okay, so this is kind of like more like a Peter vlogs than it is like a Booktube vlog. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So, just get over it. Cheers. Yesterday I talked about how I started Booktube, and today I'm going to talk about how I feel that Booktube has changed since I have started on Booktube. Now, I do not think that some people have changed. Like, I was talking about Books and Lala yesterday. Like, I think she has, and it's really worked for her channel, you know? She has stayed very consistent with what she has done on Booktube over time. Like, you know, she's continued to do the readathons and the vlogger readathons and, you know, book reviews, and she does, you know, tag videos. She even does tag videos and book hauls and all kinds of things. She does book discussion. She does everything over there. And I love that she does that, because when I go to her channel, then I know that that's like what I'm gonna get over there. Why is it that every time I film for a book video, it's always in the dark? So anyway, I apologize. So there's that. But then there's like other people that I have watched over time that I feel like have kind of like evolved their channel. Like, their channel has turned into something else. And I feel like that is completely fine, you know? What I don't understand is, like, I guess I'm kind of confused about, well, this is the other thing, you know? I came into the YouTube game really late. I mean, I was 40 when I started YouTube, right? No, I was not 40. I was like 44. I was 44 when I started YouTube. So most people, when they start YouTube, are like late high school, early college, right? Like most people. And so their desire to be on YouTube at that time changes. And it's so obvious to me. Like, I have like been following some of these bigger booktubers, and I've like looked at their channels recently, and they rarely ever post videos about books. Like, their videos are not about books whatsoever. And like, if you go to their Goodreads and things like that, they've literally read like 5 books this year. So these are people that have their finger on the pulse of Booktube, and they've kind of like either bored out of it over time, or they want to do something different. And you know, that's totally fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think people's channels should evolve and do something that they want to do over time. You know, I think it should turn into whatever they want it to be. So there's that. But, you know, it's interesting to me, because when I got on Booktube, like, it was like, you have to do book hauls, you have to do TBRs, you have to do monthly wrap-ups, and that's what everybody, like, I felt like if you were gonna be like, I couldn't walk into a bookstore without buying like 5 or 6 books, because I felt like I had to do these book hauls, and I loved doing book hauls. It was fun. Like, I really enjoyed doing book hauls, but I thought that that's what people enjoyed watching. And you know what's so weird is that to this day, 4 years later, one of my favorite videos to watch are book hauls. I still love watching book hauls to this day. Okay, I gotta pull into the bank here, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think I just got hit on at the bank, but I'm not entirely sure. Do you know what's so funny is when I stopped the camera, it was like, you could see me perfectly, like in the light. Like the light wasn't bad. Come to the light, Carol Ann. No, but seriously, like sometimes I'm like so old and fat, I think nobody ever hits on me. And I'm like, because my husband, you know, he gets hit on all the time. But like right in front of my face. I'm like, hello, I'm a husband. I'm sitting right here. I know I look like somebody's grandpa, but anyway. But I think I did get hit on by this guy. I don't know, I might be wrong. But he was super friendly, and then he gave me his card, and he told me to call him at this. He goes, if you ever need anything, don't call the 1-800 number. Just call my number at the branch directly. What? Oh my Lord. He wants me to hit him up at his branch. I'm a married man. Anyway, okay. It does feel good to get hit on though. You can be married. Listen, this is what I tell my good JDs, okay? You can go to a restaurant. If you're on a diet, you can go to a restaurant and read the menu. You just can't order any other food, okay? So listen. That's what you say when you're married, okay? You can look at the menu, you just can't order any of the food. Now, listen. Booktube has changed, okay? And I'm bitter about it. No, I'm not bitter about it. But it has. It's changed so much. There's nobody's doing book. Everybody's so serious. It's either people are doing videos that have literally nothing to do with books anymore. I mean, all the people I watch, they either don't do anything to do, besides me and Lala. They don't do, well, I mean, and Ariel Bissett, she still does videos every once in a blue moon. She's like somebody I've looked up to on Booktube for a long time. I just really like her authenticity. But anyway, and if there's drama with any of these people I'm talking about, don't come for me. I don't know these people personally. I just don't. I've never met them. I've never gone to BookCon, even though I've wanted to, and all this kind of stuff. There's a whole new wave of booktubers. I don't even know who they are, you know? So here's the thing. Okay. I think that a lot of people are getting on YouTube via Booktube, if that makes sense. Like, for me, it was like, I just started 4 other channels. For them, it's like they just changed their channel, and that's completely fine, right? And so they've experimented and done things with the other channels, but I have to tell you, like, and I watch a lot of them still, you know, that does other things, but I miss, like, I love that Connor O'Brien is still doing book reviews, okay? Every couple days, he's doing book reviews. And it's still the same thumbnail as he did 2 years ago. I love that, right? It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? Now, I do think that there's things for trying, I do think there's something said for trying something new. It's like me driving around and doing these vlogs. Try something new. We've all got to try something new. I am 100% supportive of anybody on Booktube doing what they want to do on Booktube, but I have to say, I do have to say, okay? I do have to say this. That I miss the old days of Booktube. I do. I miss all of the hauls. God, what I wouldn't give to see 10 great haul videos, you know, or tag videos. There were so many good tags back in the day. And, you know, I loved all the tag videos. And I loved, I don't know, it was just, I feel like there was this golden era of Booktube, and I think it's kind of turning around and it's kind of into something different. But the thing is like, every time I get on Booktube now, there's like very serious conversations, which I think need to be had. I think there are important conversations that need to be had and should be had, right? So I'm glad that that's happening. But at the same time, I see people kind of like pulling away, or that when they started, they felt like, and I did, like I thought, like, if you're gonna be a Booktube channel, you gotta do hauls and TBRs and wrap-ups and all this kind of stuff. You have to, you know? But at the same time, like, I mean, you don't have to, but that's what I thought, right? But at the same time, like, I really wanted to do those things because I wanted to be part of the Booktube that I had seen and looked up to for 1.5 years at that point. Like, I wanted to be that, you know, I wanted to do those things because I thought they looked so cool. So, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to it. You know, I think the answer is do what you want. You know, do whatever you want to do, and it's your channel. You know, if you want to change your channel and your channel's name is Bill's Bill's Books and Tomes. I don't know. If there's a Bill's Books and Tomes, I'm totally making it up. Okay, I'm sure there probably is. But you know, then all of a sudden you want to decide that you want to just do movies, and you call it Bill's Movies, or Bill's, I don't know, B-list movies or something. I'm trying to make it, you know, alliteration. But then, you know, and then if you decide that you want to do, you know, Bill's True Crime channel or Bill's Cooking channel, do what you want. Like, that's the fun thing about YouTube. Do what you want, right? Now, I have some PR advice about that, you know, like from a YouTube point of view, you might not retain your followers from long because you're going to confuse your followers, because what your followers come for on one channel, they may not want to see cooking. Like, they may have come for books and they don't really care about the cooking. See what I'm saying? So that's why I started 5 channels. But that isn't necessarily going to work for everybody, you know, and people could argue, well, Peter, you don't pull very many views on those other channels, and they would be right. They would be right. But I don't care. I do it because I love it. But I like to keep my fruit. I like to keep, you know, when you're eating dinner, I like to keep my mashed potatoes, my peas, and everything separate on my plate. See? So I like to keep my channel separate. But I don't know. I sometimes do miss the old days, and it's like, you know, I always get excited about Booktube-a-thon, which is now called the Reading Rush every year that Ariel Bissett started, and it's always in July, and it's like, I remember the first year that I started it, I did it, and I've told this story on here a million times, but it's like, you know, I can remember being out to dinner with my friends, and, well, another couple, it was Melissa and Jason, our friends, and Alex and I, and they were going downtown for something, I can't remember what it was, so they were going to go downtown for something at this club that our friend owns, and I wasn't going because of Booktube-a-thon starting, and I was so excited. I had my bookmarks ready. I had all my special coffees and lemonades and reading snacks and reading treats. I always get so emotional telling the story. I don't know why. And, because it was the first time that I felt like part of something, you know, like, other than, like, being in recovery. It was the first time that I felt like part of something that, and part of something of people that love to read. And, so stupid that I always get so emotional over this. I mean, it's not stupid to get emotional, but I mean, like, every single time. I don't know what it is about this one story that gets me emotional, but, you know, like, I had all this stuff at home. I had all my books ready. I was ready to add them to my Goodreads, like, all of them at midnight. I was going to sit outside. I was going to do all the Twitter sprees, you know, or sprints and all this kind of stuff. And we were sitting there at dinner, and Alex was like, they were talking about whatever they were going to do. And my friend Melissa said, well, are you going to come with us? And I said, no. I said, I've got this thing I'm doing at home. And Alex was like, well, tell them what you're doing, babe. You're real excited about it. And, like, I didn't want to tell them. And I was like kind of embarrassed about it. I felt like it was corny, you know? And as somebody that had been made fun of all my life, and somebody that has been made fun of for reading, like, as silly as that sounds, when I was growing up, it wasn't cool to read. You know, to be the kid in class that was bringing an extra credit book to class, or was reading something that wasn't assigned by class, was not cool. It wasn't, and I was made fun of it on top of all the other things I was made fun of. So here I am, you know, at 44, 45 years old, and I'm sitting there, and I'm getting ready to do Booktube-a-thon for the first time, and I remember, like, Alex was like, tell him, babe, like, tell him how excited, because you're so excited about this. And they were really supportive of me. They were like, that sounds so cool, you love to read, that'll be so much fun. And I can remember, I got home and I got out on my front porch, and I brought all my books out, and I had made, like, this special iced coffee that I had bought in this, like, I can see it in this glass bottle thing that I bought from Fresh Time, and all this kind of stuff, and I was real excited about it. And this has gone on longer than I thought it would. I'm sorry, but, well, I'm not sorry, but I'm just, you know, I didn't expect to be vlogging this long. And I got out there, and it was like 2 or 3 minutes before Booktube-a-thon started, and I was just like, this is stupid. Why are you doing this? Like, you're a grown adult man getting excited about a readathon. Like, what is wrong? And then, like, it started, and it hit midnight, you know, from Sunday going into Monday, and it, like, I just started adding my books to Goodreads. Like, I just, like, you know, searched them and added them, because I was reading them all this. The first year I did it, I read them all at the same time. I always do that. I get too excited. And, you know, I did the Twitter sprint, and it was like a half an hour in, and I was, like, so glad I did it. I was, like, so happy I did it. I had the best experience that year with Booktube-a-thon, you know, which is now Reading Rush. And so I do it every year and I get so excited about it, and I fail miserably. I hardly read anything, you know, but I have so much fun with it. And I think I really learned more about myself through that. And I think that's actually, you know, when it comes to BookTube in general, I feel like I've learned more about myself through BookTube than I have anything else, from the books that I've read that have been suggested to me, through the relationships that I've built, to coming out of, you know, working through fear to start a book club, and to having an opinion, you know, to getting on video, like, even consistently, you know, working through some of my weight issues to do that. Like, BookTube has helped me in so many ways. And so for me, and I do watch the other channels, you know, I do watch the channels as they do different things, you know. Like, I love Tashopolis. She very rarely does book stuff anymore, but I watch all of her videos. I love her channel, you know, and it's like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with people spreading their wings and trying new things. I think they should. I think that's fantastic. I think we all should in life, right? But there's a part of me that still misses those old days of BookTube. And they're still there. There's still people doing that, you know? But I guess, like, I don't ever want to lose that. Like, I always want there to be that element on BookTube of just it being kind of innocent and about book hauls and all of that, you know? Whether it's a library book haul or whatever, you know? Like, coming up with a tag video, all of that. Like, that was all so exciting for me, and I loved doing all of that, and I don't want to lose that for the next round of booktubers that are coming along. And it's not like I'm anybody big, because I'm not, you know, but it's like, I don't want that to be gone. I want the new people coming up to experience that as well. Anyway, I think that's my vlog for the day. I always get so emotional talking about BookTube-a-thon. Every time I tell that story, I start crying, and I'm not really sure why. I've never really been able to figure that out. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. So, I love you guys, and hey, if you have a great thriller that is great to read in the summer, I was thinking of, since I'm thinking of Books and Lala, she recommended to me one time for Spookathon, which I also got to participate in. That was so fun. You know, not just doing it, but I got to, like, be one of the people one year for it, because she asked me to. The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, and it was such a great book. I would love to read a book like that right now. Like, I need a good thriller, because I am struggling getting through this true crime book. The true crime book for our book club this month is shoot, what's it called? The Night Stalker by Philip Carlo. It's great. It's really, really good book, and it's very, very scary. It's very long, and it's very detailed, and it's just like, I feel like I'm just kind of like, you know, walking through mud to get to an exciting point. Like, I love the book. If I didn't like the book, I'd straight up say it's crap, but I love the book. It's interesting to read, but it's just taking me a long time to get through. So, anyway, Doobie Brothers, Take Me in Your Arms, 1975. Let's see what's on the 80s at 8. Doesn't say. Voice Assistant. 60s at 6. Don't know who that person is. 50s at 5. Don't know who that person is. 90s on 9. Annie Lennox, Walking on Broken Glass. Love you, Annie. Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.